Hello and welcome to English for Everyone, where we practice real-life American English. Today I'm walking around my neighborhood here in Pacific Grove, California, and we're going to learn some real everyday English. So let's watch a clip.
While I'm walking there, I'm going to point out a few things to you guys, and we'll learn some English along the way.
All right, we're going to learn some English. Let's watch another clip.
We can get a drink and just come here, relax, look at the fishes.
Look at the fishes? Wait, singular is fish and plural is fish. So we don't say look at the fishes, we don't say fishes. I mean, if you look in a dictionary, technically it's correct. Scientifically, you can use it like that to talk about different types of fishes, but no one really does. It sounds crazy to say fishes. It's one fish, two fish, 100 fish, a million fish. Don't say fishes. And he's talking about one type of fish. He's talking about koi. So there are no different types of fish here. Don't say fishes, say fish. Example, there are a lot of fish in the tank, in the fish tank. Let's practice. Are there a lot of fish in the fish tank? That's right, there are a lot of fish in the fish tank. Not fishes, but fish. Let's watch another clip.
Here we have a different type of barrier. So this is a fence. This is a metal fence with spikes on top. Now this you can see through, so it's not for privacy. It's just to discourage people entering this area. So
it's just to discourage people entering this area? We cannot say this. We need from. We have to use from here. It's correct to say it's just to discourage people from entering this area. I have to use from. It's not correct to omit it. We need from here. So there's a fence. Why is there a fence? It's just to discourage people from entering this area. Let's practice. Why is there a fence? That's right, it's just to discourage people from entering this area. Let's watch another clip.
There's not that many malls here. Unlike Malaysia or Indonesia or Thailand, where they have malls basically every corner. Here
they have malls basically every corner? We need on every corner. You have to use on in this sentence. You cannot say they have malls basically every corner. It's correct to say they have malls basically on every corner. The idea? Malls are everywhere. Let's practice. Do they have malls basically on every corner? That's right, they have malls basically on every corner. Let's watch another clip.
Okay, so this is the Cathedral. It's just over here. It's called the Notre Dame Cathedral of Saigon.
Wait, the Notre Dame Cathedral? Dam? Dam. No, we don't say the Notre Dame Cathedral. It's the Notre Dame. We need the ah sound. Like hot and stop. Dame. It's the Notre Dame Cathedral. And there's one in Paris too. This is the Notre Dame Cathedral. It burnt recently, but I think they fixed it. It's called the Notre Dame Cathedral, not the Notre Dame Cathedral. Let's practice. What is it called? That's right, it's called the Notre Dame Cathedral. Dame, not dam. And this is a university. And it's spelled the same, but we pronounce it differently. It's in the United States. It's called Notre Dame. This is a university, and it's called Notre Dame. Let's practice. What's the name of this university? That's right, it's called Notre Dame. The church is Notre Dame, and the university is Notre Dame. And neither one are pronounced dam. Let's watch another clip.
All these are individual bookstores. If you're a big reader, this is the spot to come. It's really cool.
If you're a big reader, this is the spot to come. We say this is the spot to come to. We put to at the end. So if you're a big reader, this is a spot to come to. That sounds better. Let's practice. If you're a big reader, is this the spot to come to? That's right, if you're a big reader, this is the spot to come to. Let's watch another clip.
We're going to the War Remnants Museum right now. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about the War Remnants Museum. And remnants means what's left over.
Remnants? Remnants? Is he pronouncing the word remnants? Let's watch it again.
This is the War Remnants Museum. Remnants means what's left over. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about the War Remnants Museum.
Yeah, he's saying remnants. The word is pronounced remnants. It's 2 syllables, remnants. It's not 3 remnants, no, it's 2, remnants. And remnants are things left over. Example, they tore down the building, they demolished the building, but there are still remnants of the building. Things left over. Things left over, remnants. Not remnants, but remnants. Let's practice. Are there still remnants of the old building? That's right, there are still remnants of the old building. Let's watch another clip.
Here you can get a better look. They're up there cutting down the trees. They go up there with a chainsaw and they use a chainsaw to cut down those trees.
They're cutting down the trees? They're using a chainsaw to cut down the trees? They're not cutting down any trees, they're trimming the trees. They're cutting off branches. That's not cutting down a tree. They're trimming the trees. Let's practice. Are they trimming the trees or are they cutting down the trees? That's right, they're trimming the trees. This is cutting down. He's cutting down a tree. Because the tree goes down, the whole tree. That's cutting down a tree. Let's practice. Is he cutting down a tree? That's right, he's cutting down a tree. Let's watch some more clips.
I feel like I want to eat some pho, so I'm going to go meet up with my brother right now, and we're going to go eat some Vietnamese pho. Most likely beef pho.
Pho? Beef pho? This food is not called pho. It's called pho. We use the short sound like cup and up, not the long o like no and go. It's not pho, it's pho. It looks like pho, but it's not. It's pronounced pho. Let's watch some clips.
Hey, after work tonight, you want to grab some pho?
Sarge, we're gonna go get pho.
Hey, you wanna get some pho? My personal favorite is the beef pho, but
And this is pho. It's a kind of Vietnamese soup. I don't really like pho, but what do you think? It's very popular. Leave a message in the comments. Let me know what you think about pho. Is it good? Is it healthy? Let me know in the comments. Let's watch another clip.
Over here we have a trash can. I really like to see this all over the city because it means you can easily throw your garbage away and not have to throw it on the floor. I mean, personally, I'm not throwing it on the floor.
Throw it on the floor? What is he talking about? The floor is inside. Inside your house or any building, it's the floor. But if you're outside, it's not the floor, it's the ground. So you throw trash on the ground if you're outside. And that's what he's talking about. He's talking about outside. So don't say floor if you're talking about outside, say ground. So apparently, people throw trash on the ground. Let's practice. Do people throw trash on the ground? That's right, people throw trash on the ground. It's not good, it's called littering. Thank you for watching and practicing with me, and keep watching for more. And first I want to say, today we're learning English. We're not learning textbook English, we're not learning classroom English, we're learning real life English. And this is just wrong.
This right here is paper towel. This is paper towel. Can you describe this paper towel for me? This paper towel is white.
I cannot say this right here is paper towel. This is paper towel. We cannot say this. We say this is a roll of paper towels. Or I can say this is a paper towel. But this is paper towel? Let's look at the difference. This is a paper towel. It's one. It's singular, so I say a. This is a paper towel. But this is a roll of paper towels. Or how about these? These are paper towels. That sounds good. Let's say that. These are paper towels. I cannot say this is paper towel. Say these are paper towels. Let's practice. What are these? Are these paper towels? That's right, these are paper towels. Can I say this is a roll of paper towels? That's right, I can say this is a roll of paper towels. This is also not correct.
And this is a checked luggage or a checked suitcase because you check it in when you arrive at the airport.
This is a checked luggage or a checked suitcase? Okay, a checked suitcase. Suitcase is countable. I can have one suitcase and two suitcases. So if it's one, I have to say a checked suitcase. But luggage is different. I cannot say a checked luggage. We cannot use a here because luggage is not countable. I cannot say one luggage and two luggages. So we cannot say a checked luggage. Just luggage with no a. Example, this is luggage. This is new luggage. I cannot say this is a new luggage. And it doesn't matter if it's one or two. It's not a countable word. We cannot use a. This is new luggage. Let's practice. Is this new luggage or old luggage? That's right. This is new luggage. So let's talk about these words. So we see suitcase is countable. I can have one suitcase and two suitcases. Luggage is not countable. So I cannot say a luggage or two luggages. And baggage is the same way. Baggage is not countable. I cannot say a baggage or two baggages. It's just baggage. Now let's talk about the difference between luggage and baggage. Baggage is the word you see on signs at the airport. The signs say baggage check, baggage claim, things like that. They use the word baggage at the airport on signs. When people talk, we normally don't use baggage. We say luggage. I forgot my luggage. Do people say I forgot my baggage? No, people use luggage. So if you're talking, use luggage. But when you go to the airport, you'll see baggage. But they're referring to the same thing. This is also not correct.
I'm gonna bring all my stuff and put it on the floor right here, and then I'll show you me packing my bags in.
I'll show you me packing my bags in. Packing my bags in? We cannot say this. We just say packing my bags. You cannot pack your bags in. Example, she's packing her bags. I cannot say she's packing her bags in, just she's packing her bags. Let's practice. What is she doing? Is she packing her bags? That's right, she's packing her bags. She must be going on a trip. And don't say this either.
So you guys can see I'm just taking out my clothes from my closet here. This right here is my closet. So I'm just taking out my clothes that I want and I'm putting it on my bed so that I can bring it to my suitcase. So
taking out my clothes from my closet? We don't say it like this. We say taking my clothes out of my closet. He's taking his clothes out of his closet. We don't say he's taking out his clothes from his closet. We say he's taking his clothes out of his closet. Use out of, not out from. Let's practice. Is he taking his clothes out of his closet? That's right, he's taking his clothes out of his closet. So we have these confusing prepositions. Out of or out from. Sometimes we say out of and sometimes we say out from. Keep watching until the end of this video to find out why and to practice more. Let's watch that clip again.
So you guys can see I'm just taking out my clothes from my closet here. This right here is my closet. So I'm just taking out my clothes that I want and I'm putting it on my bed so that I can bring it to my suitcase. So
I'm putting it on my bed so I can bring it to my suitcase? It? He's talking about clothes. When you talk about a plural noun, don't use it. Say them. So it should be I'm putting them on my bed so I can bring them to my suitcase. Not it, but them. Talking about clothes, he's putting them on his bed. This is also not correct.
And now I have to wash all this clothes first. So I think right now I'm gonna go throw this clothes in the washer so I could have it clean when I pack it away inside my suitcase. So
I have to wash all this clothes here? I'm gonna go throw this clothes in the washer? We cannot say this clothes. This is for singular nouns, but clothes is a plural noun. So I cannot say this clothes. I have to say these clothes. Let's look at the pronunciation. If I say this, I use the I sound like big, dish, this. And the S makes a real S sound with no vibration. S, this. This is for singular things. Example, this is my notebook. But if I talk about clothes, I cannot say this. I say these. We use the long E like green beans and the Z sound with voice and vibration like in zebra. These. These clothes is correct. Not this clothes, but these clothes. So he has to wash all these clothes here, and he's going to throw these clothes in the washer. Not this clothes, but these clothes. Let's practice. Does he have to wash all these clothes? That's right, he has to wash all these clothes. Is he going to throw these clothes in the washer? That's right, he's going to throw these clothes in the washer. Let's watch it again.
And now I have to wash all this clothes first. So I think right now I'm gonna go throw this clothes in the washer so I can have it clean when I pack it away inside my suitcase.
So I can have it clean when I pack it away in my suitcase? Again, he's talking about clothes. We don't use it when referring to plural nouns. We don't say it, we say them. So it should be, so I can have them clean when I pack them away in my suitcase. Not it, but them. Thank you for watching, and keep watching for more. Today we're going to learn to avoid some important mistakes, so let's get started. Don't say out from. Example, get out from the house? No, we don't say this. We say get out of the house. Get out of the house. Not get out from the house, but get out of the house. Example, take it out from the refrigerator? No, we don't say this. It's take it out of. Take it out of the refrigerator. Now let's talk about pronunciation. Example, get out of the way. Get out of the way sounds like this. Get out of the way. So the T in get changes to a fast D because it's between vowels. Get out of, outa. The T in out changes to a fast D because it's between vowels. And what about the V sound in of? Well, you don't have to make that sound, and most people don't. They say get out of the way, out of the way. Of course, you can say V, you can say get out of the way, but you don't have to. Get out of the way.
You don't have to get the business out of the way before getting to the pleasure.
You're driving around North Beach for no particular reason, and this car won't get out of the way.
Guys, get out of the way!
Start on that mid-shot of Lori coming out of the subway.
And I promise I will get out of the way and let the two of you be happy.
Example, she needs to get out of the way. Not out from the way, but out of. Pronunciation, get out of the way. She needs to get out of the way. Let's practice. Does she need to get out of the way? That's right, she needs to get out of the way. Example, he needs to take the turkey out of the refrigerator. Not out from the refrigerator, but out of. Pronunciation, take it out of. Pronunciation, he needs to take the turkey out of the refrigerator. Again, out of the refrigerator. The T is a fast D, and you don't hear the V sound. Outa. He needs to take it out of the refrigerator. Let's practice. Does he need to take it out of the refrigerator? That's right, he needs to take it out of the refrigerator. We also hear the vowel is a little different. I don't pronounce ow quite so clearly. Not outa, but outa, outa. You can say it both ways. You can say take it out of the refrigerator or take it out of the refrigerator. People say it both ways. Now let's talk about out from. Can you ever say out from? Yes, you can. We use out from with out from behind and out from under. These are the two most common uses of out from, and the only two that I know. If you know any others, let me know. So the two I know, out from under and out from behind.
Crawl out from under that rock you're hiding under, and I'll drive his truck up.
Way to get our money and get out from under the thumb of Crimson Dawn at the same time.
And then these guys, they came out from behind the houses and they started shooting everyone right there on the street.
When the bad guy goes down the stairs to grab her, she jumps out from behind the big oak tree where she's been hiding and lifts the heavy door off the ground and closes it on top of him.
The sun itself turns jealous and refuses to come out from behind the clouds.
As soon as I get out from under your butt area.
Example. The mouse came out from under the refrigerator. Or out from behind, I can say the mouse came out from behind the refrigerator. This is when we hear out from. Let's practice. Did the mouse come out from under the refrigerator? That's right, the mouse came out from under the refrigerator. The idea, the mouse was under the refrigerator and he came out. Or out from behind. The mouse came out from behind the refrigerator. The idea, the mouse was behind the refrigerator, then he came out. Let's practice. Did the mouse come out from behind the refrigerator? That's right, the mouse came out from behind the refrigerator. And everybody was scared. So we see, in most cases, don't say out from, say out of. Out of the house, out of the refrigerator. But if you use behind or under, then we say out from. Out from behind or out from under something. Thank you for watching and keep watching for more. First, don't say this. Don't say he's out of work at 5 o'clock. We don't use out of work for this situation. What about school? Well, sure. You can say the kids are out of school. And that means they're not attending school right now. The kids are out of school for summer. Let's practice. Are the kids out of school for summer? That's right, the kids are out of school for summer. So we can talk about the season when they're out of school, or we can talk about the time of day. For example, it's fall, so the kids are in school, but they get out of school at 3 p.m. We use the verb get to talk about the process. They get out of school at 3 p.m. They're in school right now because it's school time, and because it's fall. The kids are in school talking about the season, or the kids are in school talking about the time of day. Because it's during school hours, the kids are in school. But when they finish their day, we don't say finish, we say get out. They get out of school at 3 o'clock. But I don't have to say school after get out. I can say the kids are in school right now, but they get out at 3 o'clock. Let's practice. Are the kids in school right now? That's right, the kids are in school right now. And what time do they get out? That's right, they get out at 3 o'clock. Or they get out of school at 3 o'clock. But remember, you don't have to say school if it's understood. So what about he's out of work? Can I say that? You can, but it means something different. If I say he's out of work, that means he doesn't have a job. He's unemployed. He's out of work. Let's practice. He doesn't have a job. Is he out of work? That's right, he's out of work. He doesn't have a job. So what do you say if the person is finishing their workday? Then we say they get off. They get off work. But you don't have to say work. You can just say get off. He's working right now, but he gets off at 5 o'clock. Or he gets off work at 5 o'clock. Both are correct. So if I can say kids are in school or out of school, can I say a person is off work or on work? No, it doesn't work that way. We say a person is at work or they're working. He's working right now, but he gets off at 5 o'clock. He gets off work at 5 o'clock. But remember, you don't have to say work. Let's practice. Is he working right now? That's right, he's working right now. And what time does he get off? That's right, he gets off at 5 o'clock. Or you can say he gets off work at 5 o'clock. But don't say he's out of work at 5 o'clock. That's different. That's not correct. So remember, when you talk about school, you can say the kids are in school or they're out of school. And you can use the verb get. They get out of school at 3 o'clock. But if you talk about work, don't say someone's out of work. That means they don't have a job. Say they get off work at 5 o'clock. First, don't say this. Never say this. Never say go out from my house. This is never correct. What about go out of my house or go out of the house? This is correct sometimes. But we have a better alternative. We have something that sounds a lot more natural. Use the verb leave. Leave the house or leave my house. Never say go out from my house. And avoid using go out of my house because it's not as common as the verb leave. Leave in the past left. Example, she leaves the house in the morning. She goes out of the house in the morning? That doesn't sound right. She leaves the house in the morning. She leaves the house in the morning and she goes to work. Let's practice. Does she leave the house in the morning? That's right, she leaves the house in the morning. Does she leave the house in the morning and go to work? That's right, she leaves the house in the morning and she goes to work. In this situation, don't say go out of the house and never say go out from the house. That's never correct. So leave in the present, in the past left. Example, she left her house this morning and she went to work. Let's practice. Did she leave her house this morning and go to work? That's right, she left her house this morning and she went to work. So you can say leave the house or leave my house, leave her house, leave your house. It's easier to use the, leave the house. This is always correct. What about this? Can I say get out of the house or get out of my house? Yes, you can, but only when there's emotion. Example, you're bored. You've been at home for a long time, many days. You say, I'm tired of being at home. I want to get out of the house. Pronunciation, I want to get out of the house. Not get out of, but get out of. We hear the T in get and the T in out pronounced as fast D's. Get out of the house. And you don't have to pronounce the V sound in of because it's before a consonant. Get out of the house. I'm bored. I want to get out of the house. There's emotion. That's when we use this. Or if you're angry, you can say, get out of my house. Again, emotion. Let's hear some examples.
Get out of my house!
Hey, I need to get out of the house.
What? Get out of my house!
Get out of my house! Go!
Get out of my house!
Yes. anything to get out of the house right now.
You gotta get out of the house, Faye.
On the hatch. Get out of the house.
Example, he's bored. He's been at home all day. He wants to get out of the house. Let's practice. He's bored. Does he want to get out of the house? That's right, he wants to get out of the house. She's angry, and she told the person, get out of my house. That's what she said. Let's practice. What did she say? Did she say, get out of my house? That's right, she said, get out of my house. Or if I explain, I can say, she told him to get out of her house. Pronunciation. Again, she told him to get out of her house. Now we need the V sound in of because we don't pronounce the H in her. We link the sounds. Get out of her. Now it's a vowel. Out of her. Not out of her, the H is silent. Because there's no consonant, we need the V sound. Of her, of her. She told him to get out of her house. Let's practice. What did she tell him? Did she tell him to get out of her house? That's right, she told him to get out of her house. So remember, never say go out from your house. Sometimes people say go out of your house, but it's always better to say leave. This is the best option. Leave in the present and left in the past. And only use get out of the house when there's emotion. You're bored, you're angry, something like that. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, subscribe to our channel. Or if you want to become a member, click the join button. And we'll see you next time.